Hey everyone, welcome back to Immediate Movie Reactions. This is going to be a super quick one. I just saw Bad Guys 2. It is thunder and lightning out here, so I'm going to be really rapid fire. This movie was terrible. I did not enjoy this movie at all, but who cares? It's not for me. This movie is made for kids. This is the sequel. Sam Rockwell comes back as the wolf. Awkwafina is in this. Craig Robinson is in this. Just Zazie Beetz is in it. A bunch of people, though I do feel like, here's the negatives. The voices were largely mailed in. I didn't think, especially Danielle Brooks, didn't really seem to care at all that she was in this movie. It's complete nonsense. None of it makes sense. I don't understand why we need this when really we've already got the Despicable Me series of bad guys that have turned good guys and are now trying to catch bad guys. The whole thing doesn't make sense. All the backstabbing and double crossing and the heist and all that. But you know what? Again, this isn't for me. There were a lot of kids in this movie. That's what it is. It's a family film. Were they laughing? Not a whole lot, though. At the end of the film, as we were leaving, they were dancing and laughing. And so, hey, that's great. There is kind of a funny sequence when the piranha keeps farting in a spacesuit. Just so much craziness and nonsense in this. I think that the action scenes were too frenetic and just absolutely hard to follow. At this point in 2025, just being good animation isn't quite enough. I think that there was too much downtime between the actual interesting bits of this film. And really what it does is it sets up the third one. This sets up a franchise and potentially a more interesting film. However, you know, again, it's just Despicable Me, where they're now part of this agency, spoiler alert, where they're trying to catch other bad guys. I don't know. I didn't love it, but that's okay because, I was with my son. He absolutely loved it. And the kids that were around me, they seemed to really enjoy it. So that's what this movie is for. I think I'm going to give this a couple scores. I think this movie is going to kill when it comes to streaming. I think that if you are an adult and you're not really into this series or whatever it is for some reason, this movie is probably really about a 4. Realistically, this is not a really good movie. However, for a family film, I think it's pretty good, right? It doesn't walk over the line at any point. It doesn't get too inappropriate. There are jokes in there, I think, that are really important for kids. I think it's important for them to learn what a MacGuffin is. I do think it's important for them to learn what a heist film is and how to put a crew together and all that sort of thing. I think that that's cool for what it is doing there. So in that case, under those circumstances, I'm going to give it a 6. I do think that this is a movie that is probably going to be great to sit around with the family Friday night, make some popcorn. You don't necessarily need to go see it in the theater or at least a matinee, right? That's the best this film is for. So there we go. I'm going to give it a 6 overall, and I appreciate you all. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'm going to assume I'm not getting hit by lightning. See you after the next movie.